What's up guys? In today's video, I will be covering 3 key features that will help you decide whether Apple or Spotify is the right streaming service for you. Make sure you watch until the end as I cover the main reason I've been using one of these services for almost 4 years. As I stated in the intro, I want to go over the 3 main features that made me choose either Apple Music as my main streaming platform or Spotify as my main streaming platform. Starting out, I really want to go over the pricing plans because they are very similar, and I really don't think the pricing plan is going to be the determining factor between whether or not you go Apple Music or Spotify. So starting out with Apple Music, the pricing plan is set up as $4.99 for students, $9.99, and then $14.99 for families. Spotify has a very similar pricing plan, starting out at $4.99 for students, going to $9.99 for Spotify Premium, and then $15.99 for the family model. With the Spotify Premium plan for families, you guys will have the option to download Spotify on 6 different devices, which is pretty nice. Moving on to the main factors, the key factors that really made me choose one of these over the other is going to be the user interface or the UI. Starting off with Apple. I've been within the Apple ecosystem as long as I can remember, and one thing I love about Apple is their clean designs. Apple Music is no different in that respect. I really like the tile layout that's used for easier browsing and the Music Made for You section, especially the playlists that are curated based on your previous listening history. There's a section for songs that your friends are listening to, music that your contacts have shared with you. Everything is displayed in a clean and somewhat user-friendly way. There's even a section for playlists that includes songs where you can listen with spatial audio, Dolby Atmos, and lossless audio. Apple Music's clean UI is one of the features that I think draws people to the app and the streaming service in the first place. Although the music is laid out in a pretty clean and user-friendly way, there are aspects of the app that I really don't like, and I really think that Apple can tweak and make these things a little easier for navigating, especially for users that are going to be just joining Apple Music. That being said, there are major pain points that I experience using the app, mainly when it comes to the search feature. I think the bottom section having 5 different tiles is obsolete and can lead to confusion for new users. For me, Listen Now, Browse, and Radio should be combined with the Search tab, leaving more real estate at the bottom of the Apple Music application, but instead, this is where the app gets clunky. When selecting a song from a playlist, I would expect to see the artist name and title of the song, and that's about it. Instead, I see the song I'm listening to and all of the up next cue. To me, again, that isn't visually appealing. I also don't like how, for example, it takes 3 clicks to share a song when this process could be streamlined down to 2 clicks. Overall, I do believe Apple Music is a really nice app, really clean, but there are a lot of features that could be updated, especially for new users, but I wouldn't let these minor UI pain points deter you from using Apple Music entirely. Moving along to Spotify, what I like about the Spotify UI is that the music is displayed and searchable in only 3 ways. At the bottom of the app, you have Home, Search, and your library. The Home area has your most recent music at the very top of the app, podcast episodes you might be interested in the middle, and playlists curated for you right under that. If you continue to scroll, you'll get various playlists and top trending music. You never have to leave the home page to find a podcast or playlist. It's all laid out within the Home tab. If you navigate over to your library, when you choose your song, the artist and the title of the song is all that's displayed, with the share icon right below play and pause. It takes no click to get to the share button as it's right in front of you. This is just one of the reasons I believe Spotify has the superior user interface when it's compared to Apple Music. I really hope that UI demonstration that I just showed you guys helps you see some of the good things about Apple Music and the good things about Spotify, and also see some of the bad things about both of those platforms, because I really feel that neither one of the apps has a perfect UI, but one of them, to me, it is a lot better than the other. Moving on to sound. That is the main reason you download a streaming app anyway. You want to listen to music, you want the sound quality to be good, and that's when I feel like Apple Music kind of starts to outshine Spotify Spotify because Apple Music has better audio quality. With lossless audio, with Dolby Atmos, with spatial audio, Apple just has a lot of different ways to listen to your music at a higher quality than when compared to Spotify. Not that that makes Apple Music better than Spotify in the grand scheme of things, but I do feel like Apple is kind of killing Spotify when it comes to the sound quality. Now, I did do many sound tests trying to compare the difference between lossless audio and the sound quality of a song on Spotify. And when it comes to lossless audio, I really want to stress the fact that this feature will not work if you guys are trying to listen to songs that have lossless audio with Bluetooth. You do have to have a wired headphone connection to get the full experience of lossless audio. So I really want to hone that in on you guys. If you're going to be getting an Apple Music subscription for the lossless audio, make sure you guys are using a wired headset so you get that full immersive feeling. Now, that being said, I didn't really hear that big of a difference when listening to a song that has lossless audio versus listening to the exact same song on Spotify without lossless audio. So the only time I was really able to tell a difference was in the beginning of certain songs. For example, I listened to the song Latch by Disclosure, listening with lossless audio on Apple Music, and then I listened to that song in Spotify, and I was able to tell very minute differences in only the beginning of the song. I'm not sure why this stood out to me in the beginning of each song that I listened to, but once you start listening throughout the song, you really can't tell a difference between lossless and non-lossless if you're using Apple Music or Spotify. Moving on to spatial audio. In order to take advantage of the spatial audio features, you have to have one of Apple's headphones that allow you to use that feature, whether it be AirPods Pros, whether it's Apple's AirPod Max headphones. You definitely, you will get the full spatial audio experience if you're listening on one of the devices that support that feature. Now, did I notice a difference with spatial audio listening to music? Yes, it was really cool, very immersive. I liked it a lot. I know it's a feature that people mainly use when watching movies or TV shows, but I did turn on the feature when I was listening to music just to see if there was a big difference between the sound with and without spatial audio. And I mean, I could tell a difference, but again, it really depends if you guys are watching a movie or if you're watching a TV show. I don't really think the spatial audio feature is made for music, but that is just my take. So I don't really believe spatial audio can be in this list when I'm talking about lossless and Dolby Atmos. But you can listen to songs that have spatial audio, and it is just a different way to immerse yourself within the music. So it would be a miss if I didn't talk about it, but I wouldn't let that feature deter you from Spotify just because it is something that's mainly used for movies. Moving on to Dolby Atmos, kind of the same thing. I really love the surround sound field of Dolby Atmos. It sounds amazing. I really love what Apple Music did with their UI. As you guys seen in that portion of the video, I really love that it lists lossless, it will list Dolby Atmos, it will list spatial audio, it'll show those things in like the song title or in the little description of the song. And I really like that feature because you can search within Apple Music's library just for specific playlists that have spatial audio, Dolby Atmos, or lossless, and I really think that's cool. So I definitely say that Apple Music is leading the race when it comes to the different type of sound qualities you can get from the app. Moving on to Spotify. Spotify just has a regular sound quality. They did say that they plan on getting lossless audio later in the year, but we're at October right now, so I'm not too sure how they will implement something like that so fast. But again, I didn't notice any big difference in the sound quality other than the very beginning of the song when it came to listening with lossless on Apple Music and no lossless on Spotify. So again, you guys, I would definitely say check out Apple Music just for the different sound qualities that you can listen to music at, and even check out Spotify and try and compare them yourself before jumping into purchasing either subscription, because I kind of want to see what you guys say. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you guys can tell the difference between lossless on Apple Music and no lossless on Spotify. The sound quality, if you guys can't tell, for me, that is the biggest factor, and I really can't wait till Spotify adds lossless audio later down the line, because I would really think that would take Spotify to the next level. But right now, as I keep saying, Apple Music is definitely crushing it with all the ways you can listen to their audio. Last but not least, you guys, I really feel like the algorithm is the most important factor that should help you determining which streaming platform you guys should purchase. Apple Music's algorithm, I would say, is pretty basic. I wish I could look at the code. I wish I could look in what these software engineers or whoever makes the algorithm for Apple Music, I wish that I can see exactly what that code looks like or just what it is. I don't feel like Apple Music is the best for recommending new artists or recommending new genres of music to listen to or new songs. Sometimes there is a song that's really good and I'll add it to my library, but I want to say that's probably 2 out of 10 new songs that I would listen to that Apple recommended. So I don't know how they can get it together over there at Apple Music to make the song recommendations better, but I just feel like I haven't found that many new artists when I listen to Apple Music. I haven't discovered that many new songs or different types of genre of music because they kind of just regurgitate the stuff that I already like listening to from the exact same artist. They put those songs in playlists, and to me, the algorithm isn't working if it's doing that. I feel like these music streaming services are there for the artist and the consumer, so they should be putting new artists in front of new consumers. And I feel like Apple Music kind of fails at that. And that is where I feel that Spotify kind of blows Apple Music out of the park. Just today, you guys, I listened to and saved probably 5 new songs to my music library on Spotify because it is insane. From me finding new artists, new music, new genres, new podcasts, everything. Spotify's algorithm for discovery of new large and small artists really takes the cake. I have found so many amazing artists because of my release radar playlist. This is a playlist that's curated just for you and updated every single Friday. So I found so many new artists listening to my release radar, just the little playlist that they curate that are made up of the artists that I already listened to and then thrown in with some new artists. Those songs I usually end up saving. I rarely ever skip. I just feel like Spotify, even if you don't use their app often and say for instance you listen to it for a day straight, your curated playlists are still going to be better than the playlist on Apple Music. If you did the exact same thing on Apple Music, listen to it constantly for a week straight, the same thing, the same artist, listen to them on Spotify, I can guarantee you guys that you guys are gonna probably find cooler artists on Spotify, better songs that you like on Spotify compared to the songs and the artists that are recommended to you via Apple Music. And I mean, like, that in itself, we're on these apps to listen to music, to find new artists, and I feel like, you know, the sound, very important, but getting new artists to new consumers, that chef's kiss, you guys. That is where the magic happens, and that is why, if you guys can't tell, Spotify is definitely my favorite. Spotify is the winner. When it comes to the pricing, these apps are so similar with the pricing breakdown. Spotify and Apple Music's pricing plans are so similar, so I really don't think that's gonna make it or break it for you guys, just the way it didn't make it or break it for me. I use the Spotify $9.99 premium version, and for students, I used to use the $4.99 version, so I would definitely say take advantage of that on either streaming platform. But the audio, because Spotify has said themselves that lossless audio is coming down the line, that is why I will stick with Spotify, just because I know that they will update to lossless audio in the future. The sound quality differences is not big enough for me to say Apple Music sounds better than Spotify, because yes, the beginning of the song for me sound better, especially when I was listening to Latch. I did notice very little differences, but for me, it's way more important for me to find new artists, for me to find new playlists, for me to find new podcasts, and that, again, you guys, that's where Spotify is just better than Apple. That is the only time you guys will hear me say something is just better than Apple, and Spotify, you guys, is way better. Way better than Apple Music. I am an Apple sheep. You guys know that. If you're new to the channel, scroll down in the videos. You guys will see how much I love Apple, but I definitely think that they fail when it comes to Apple Music. I really don't like the UI. If you guys saw in the UI demonstration, it takes just too many clicks to share a song. I just don't like the UI. I feel like it could be streamlined because, you know, Apple, they have everything clean. It's that Apple look, but then it isn't because it takes too much to do a really simple task. On the other hand, as you guys saw in my UI demonstration, adding a song to your Spotify playlist or adding a song to just your like songs in Spotify takes 1 click, sharing that song 2 clicks, and then that's it. Sharing it to Instagram is super cool as well because you'll get those animated songs on your story. And then when it comes to Apple Music, you just can't do that either. So pricing, sound quality, algorithm, main reasons that I chose Spotify over Apple Music. Not to say that Apple Music isn't great in its own way. Again, that lossless audio, Dolby Atmos, Spatial audio, those are really nice features. And even though you can't tell that the sound is that different, you kind of can, but very little. So I wouldn't say let that feature be the determining factor on you guys choosing one over the other. But I would say that Apple's algorithm, or the lack thereof, is just, that should be the main reason you guys don't choose Apple Music. Because if you're a real audiophile like myself, you know that we want new music, we want new artists, new genres, stuff to listen to when I'm bored at home, listening to nothing. I want to listen to something, and maybe I want to listen to something new. So I really love Spotify, you guys. I do have both streaming platforms. I've had Apple Music probably, I can't even remember. I've had Apple Music for so long, and even though I don't use that subscription, I'm still paying for it because all of my friends do have Apple Music. Only a few of us have Spotify, so I do like to be able to share songs between them, and if they send me a really good song, I just go ahead and download it in Spotify. So I do have both streaming platforms, but my preferred is definitely going to be Spotify. I believe Spotify delivers the best user experience. And most importantly, the algorithm for suggesting new music is so perfect at finding new artists for you to listen to. The pricing is competitive, and even without Dolby Atmos, I would still choose Spotify over Apple Music any day, especially with lossless audio on the horizon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.